in this sport. It won't without me.
And the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
No problem. Saturday.
We all know what's about to go down in the boxing ring this November. The iconic Mike Tyson is set to face off against social media star turned boxer Jake Paul. Yes, this match has everyone hyped up, and for good reason. Imagine the blend of Tyson's legendary knockout power and Jake's youthful energy and rapidly improving skills. It's a recipe for some serious fireworks. As the big day inches closer, the chatter is getting louder. Will Tyson's experience and ferocity overshadow Jake's fresh and daring approach? Or will the young YouTuber surprise everyone with a shocking victory? Both fighters have a history of delivering jaw-dropping knockouts, so fans are on the edge of their seats, predicting how this clash will unfold. It's not just about the fight, though. The buildup has been packed with drama, training videos, and plenty of trash talk. Tyson, despite being in his late 50s, has shown he's still got that spark, while Jake is leaving no stone unturned in his training, flaunting a transformation that's turning heads everywhere. What's fueling the excitement even more is the generational clash. It's a classic story of old school versus new school, and everyone's got an opinion on who's going to come out on top.
J3, still want to put me?
You heard it right. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
Hey, did I tell you that I'm fighting Mike Tyson?
Iron Mike has a career that's basically a highlight reel of jaw-dropping knockouts. Let's rewind to when he made history by becoming the youngest heavyweight champ at just 20 years old, thanks to his unforgettable bout with Trevor Berbick. That fight was pure Tyson magic. He sent Berbick to the canvas multiple times in the second round, and Berbick simply couldn't get back up. It was Tyson's raw, devastating power at its finest.
One of the great champions. You get the idea now that Berbick is wow, with another left hook that just crazy. Berbick, with this bravado, could get in some big trouble, but this is a poor fight plan. Oh, the right hand, Berbick, and Tyson clips him with the left hand. Look at that combination, and Berbick ready to go, stays on his feet. Another right hand clips him. Can't take shots like this very long. Wow, with a right hand money. Again, he's dropped. But Berbick and Mike Tyson. Tyson goes to work right off, and he gets Trevor in trouble, and he's down. Take the standing 8 count as he steps right up the count. Then he goes to body down, stays the body. Wow, that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a leg hook, and he goes down. He goes down, able to get up from this. His legs may be shut. As Trevor Berbick falls back in the rope, he's going to be able to continue. He's got the heart, and he's counted out. It'll be wow with the left hook. Then right there for bone, and he's in trouble here. Backwards.
Now, if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear about his showdown with Michael Spinks. This fight is legendary. Tyson needed just 91 seconds to finish it. Yep, a crushing right hook followed by a left uppercut, and it was lights out for Spinks. That combination of speed and strength, classic Tyson, and it's what fans are dying to see again as he steps into the ring with Jake Paul.
To the body, nothing really heavy landing yet, but he's taking them. The uppercut, body shot, down goes Mike Spinks for the first time. The count is up to 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. That was a body shot that took him down. Here comes Mike Spinks in. He leads to the right hand. Down he goes. I don't think he'll get up from this. Mike Spinks is laying flat on his back. The count is up to 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. He won't be able to do it. It's all over. Mike Tyson has won it.
But there's more. Remember his rematch with Frank Bruno? Tyson's relentless aggression was on full display, and by the 5th round, Bruno was down for the count. Tyson's ability to overwhelm with powerful combos and keep his opponents on the defensive is what made him a knockout king. This relentless pursuit and fierce punching power might just push Jake Paul into a tight corner, setting the stage for another classic Tyson KO.
As a lion going against us, let's see how quick he starts. Bruno tries to keep him off. Bruno showing that he's not afraid, hanging on. Bruno's already tagged with the right hand. And there goes Bruno. The questions about distractions have been answered as Tyson attacks. Bruno doing everything he wants, caught by a shot by Frank Bruno. Tyson trying to fight back. A right hand catches Bruno. Left hook. Bruno looks ready to go. Now is when he's going to hang on. Not that time, and Tyson knows it. Tyson trying to attack now to finish him off. To come off the ropes. Scores with the uppercut. Lands a right hand. Bruno's in big trouble now. He's ready to go. He hits him with a right hand. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell as the big right hand lands. Tyson knows he got him in big trouble. If he doesn't answer it, Richard Deal has moved in and has stopped Mike Tyson.
So, as we eagerly wait for the Tyson-Paul face-off, the big question is, can Tyson still unleash that legendary power and ferocity? His past fights give us a glimpse of what could be in store. A potentially brutal knockout that could leave Jake Paul reeling. Fans are buzzing with anticipation, hoping to see Iron Mike's signature moves once more. Now let's talk about Jake Paul. You probably remember him from his YouTube antics, but he's made quite the name for himself in the boxing ring, racking up some pretty impressive knockouts. Take his second professional fight, for instance. Paul squared off against Nate Robinson, the former NBA star, and let's just say it didn't end well for Robinson. In the second round, Paul unleashed a vicious right hand that left Robinson out cold. That punch was a statement. Paul's got serious power and can definitely handle the pressure.
And they say protect yourself at all times. Ain't that what they say?
Oh!
And they say protect yourself at all times. Ain't that what they say?
Oh!
Now, Paul's right hand is quickly becoming the stuff of legend. He proved this again when he took on Ben Askren, a former MMA fighter. It didn't take long. Paul ended the fight in the first round with another powerful right hand that caught Askren perfectly. This knockout showcased Paul's knack for spotting openings and capitalizing on them, which he'll absolutely need to do against someone like Tyson, who's known for coming out of the gate strong. Paul's fans are eager to see if he can bring that same decisive power to his fight with Tyson. Can he land that signature right hand on one of boxing's greatest legends? It's a huge question mark hanging over this matchup, and it's what makes this fight so thrilling. Paul's rise in the boxing world has been meteoric, and his ability to finish fights quickly is part of what makes him such an intriguing opponent. The upcoming fight between Tyson and Paul is shaping up to be a fascinating showdown that pits not just two fighters, but two different eras and approaches against each other. Let's talk about Tyson first. He may be 58, but have you seen his training videos? The man still packs a punch that could make anyone think twice. His experience in the ring is unmatched, and his ability to read his opponents and deliver those bone-crushing blows is something to watch out for. On the flip side, you have Jake Paul, the 27-year-old who's been making waves in the boxing world. He's got youth, energy, and a string of knockout victories that have only fueled his confidence. Paul's unconventional style and surprising power might just give Tyson a run for his money. He's been training hard, and his improvement under professional guidance is evident in his recent fights. Both of these guys are known for their intense training regimens. Tyson's been working hard to get back to his legendary form, while Paul is constantly honing his skills. The mix of Tyson's vast experience and Paul's youthful drive is what makes this match so intriguing. Fans from all corners are buzzing with anticipation, plus icons in the boxing industry too, and they all have something to say. Now let's talk about what Canelo Alvarez had to say about this fight. When TMZ Sports caught up with the reigning super middleweight champion, his reaction was less than enthusiastic. When asked if he was interested in the Tyson-Paul matchup, Canelo didn't mince words. Not at all, no. Ouch! But it didn't stop there. When the conversation turned to Netflix getting involved in boxing, Canelo acknowledged that it could be a good thing for the sport.
Tyson interest you, and how do you see that fight going down in July?
Not at all. Not at all.
Not really, not even interested.
No, nothing.
Do you think it's good for boxing, not good for boxing?
No.
A lot of people think that Netflix is good for boxing.
I think Netflix is good for boxing, but at that special fight, I think Netflix is doing something wrong there. I think Netflix being involved, yes, is good, but no in that kind of fights. I think it's more show than a fight.
And he wins his last fight, and he of course calls you out, and then 2 days later he's fighting a near 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
Yeah. At this point, I'm not interested in.
So, while some are buzzing with excitement, others, like Canelo, see it as more show than sport. His blunt dismissal has certainly added more intrigue to an already highly anticipated event. Whether you see it as a serious bout or a flashy show, there's no denying that the clash between Tyson and Paul has everyone talking. The hype around the Tyson-Paul bout is intense, especially given the nearly 3-decade age gap between the two fighters. This 10-round, 2-minute-per-round showdown will be recorded on both of their professional records, adding an extra layer of stakes. Paul's decision to step into the ring with the 58-year-old former undisputed heavyweight champion has certainly raised eyebrows. Critics argue that Paul, with his 10-1 record built mostly against retired MMA fighters from lighter weight classes, has little to gain and much to lose. Yet despite the skeptics who see Tyson's skills, reflexes, and power as insurmountable, and those who outright refuse to watch, there are voices like Evander Holyfield who believe it could be a competitive match. Holyfield, who has faced Tyson twice, had some interesting advice for the 27-year-old in an interview with Fight Hub TV. "I don't know how much confidence Jake Paul has in all of that, but he's going to be a lot quicker," Holyfield said. "If he stays close to Mike, then his chance of winning is going to be great. But if he tries to stay back from Mike, he's going to get caught." He compared Tyson to a snake, quick to strike if given room.
Why did you bite? I said sorry.
No, but why did you bite him?
Because I had to. I wanted to. I bit his ear. I didn't mean to bite his ear. I bit his ear. I didn't really mean to do it.
All right, Evander, let's get it from your standpoint. What happened?
Oh, I just know I got bit.
Yes, I was sorry. I'm really sorry.
Were you shocked?
Of course. You can tell how high I jumped. That I was shocked.
He did jump pretty high. He really jumped high.
Now, where in the fight was this? What round was it?
Third round.
Third round. Were you winning?
Yeah.
Was he winning?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you sense?
I was coming on though a little bit though.
Dustin Poirier isn't thrilled about Mike Tyson stepping back into the ring. Poirier would rather see the legendary boxer sit this one out, especially when it comes to the upcoming showdown with Jake Paul. On the MMA Hour, Poirier didn't hold back his concerns, wondering aloud why the fight is still happening and hasn't been canceled. Tyson's age, a ripe 58, seems like a major red flag to Poirier, who worries about potential injuries. Poirier pointed out that Paul, with his youth and athleticism, has all the resources to build a top-notch training camp, making him a serious threat. It's not that Poirier has anything personal against Paul. He even attended the Tyron Woodley fight, proving he's not biased. His worries are solely about Tyson's well-being, hoping the boxing legend avoids any unnecessary risks in what many see as an already controversial matchup. At just 27, Jake Paul has transformed himself from a YouTube star and social media influencer into a professional boxer. His debut in the ring back in 2020 was a head-turner, as he chose famous opponents who, notably, had little to no boxing experience. He made headlines with a knockout against Nate Robinson, a 3-time NBA dunk champion, and followed up with victories over retired MMA fighter Ben Askren, as well as former UFC champions Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva. Paul is now enjoying a 4-fight winning streak, his latest triumph being a knockout of BKFC star Mike Perry. Meanwhile, Dustin Poirier has been keeping a close eye on the bare-knuckle fighting scene, both in MMA and boxing. Poirier has expressed interest in trying his hand at bare-knuckle fighting, provided the right opportunity comes along. He believes bare-knuckle MMA is a purer form of combat, where chokes and grappling could be more effective without gloves. However, Poirier is clear that such fights would demand substantial pay due to the high risk of injury, even with solid defense. Poirier's first-hand experiences at several events have given him a deeper appreciation for the sport. Watching from a distance is one thing, but being right there by the ring is an entirely different experience.
Nate Diaz fights next weekend against Jake Paul. How do you think he does?
Nate does have good boxing, but it's unorthodox. But with boxing gloves, things are different. Timing's different. And Jake is a big, athletic young kid. If I had to put money on it, I would put it on Jake.
Brendan Schaub also talked about the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight delay. Originally slated for AT&T Stadium, the fight got pushed back after Tyson had a medical scare while traveling from Miami to LA. The 58-year-old boxing legend was en route to ramp up the hype for the match, but ended up hospitalized briefly. After his discharge, Tyson was advised to take it easy, leading to the rescheduled bout in November and a new venue, Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. On his show, The Schaub Show, Schaub didn't just accept the official story at face value. He hinted at a more intriguing possibility. Maybe Tyson wasn't just having a medical issue, but was actually dodging the media circus in Miami. Schaub speculated that Tyson might have been having trouble making weight for the fight and used the medical scare as a convenient excuse to buy more time and avoid potential scrutiny. Brendan Schaub has had quite a bit to say about Jake Paul's boxing chops. Despite the naysayers, Schaub is actually giving Paul some serious props. He's noted that Paul's not just a social media star dabbling in boxing, the guy's really putting in the work. So while critics might dismiss him, Schaub sees Paul's hard work and rapid improvement as evidence of a serious contender in the boxing scene. As for the Tyson versus Paul showdown, it's got everyone talking. The anticipation is palpable and the opinions are all over the place. From Tyson's potential to Paul's rising star, everyone's got a hot take on what might happen and what it means for both fighters. So mark your calendars and get ready for what's shaping up to be one of the most talked about events of the year.